Uh, Morning, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. I think this being an operations-led webinar, we have a team on board, as well as Antoinette, who will be the main custodians of the webinar. So I'll hand it over to Tim and Antoinette to take it over. We'll be on standby in the meantime. Asante.
Thank you, Eric. Morning, everyone. Can you hear me, Eric?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Morning, everyone. Thanks for making time to join today's webinar. We're taking you through projects, sprints, shifts, and a bit of work drive. We'll be doing this with my colleague Antoinette and a bit of Eric, who support here and there. Just to kick it off, why is our projects? What is our projects? Just a brief description. It's a cloud-based project management software designed to help teams plan, track, collaborate, and execute projects effectively. It's one of the big part of Zoho ecosystem that offers seamless integration with a wide range of Zoho applications. That is either CRM, Zoho Books, people, and the rest of the rest. It's suitable for all kinds of businesses, firstly from small kind of business, either running a kiosk to running a small construction site to doing a medium level project to high level kind of projects. It's suitable from small level to high level. And probably you might ask, why is project management important? There are actually like 3 or 4 key issues why project management is important. First and foremost, budgets. Projects without budgeting, you possibly will go on the negative side. So with project management, it ensures you start a project from time and mostly you operate within budget. 2, collaboration and communication. Projects, if it's an engineering project, you will have a couple of engineers here and there. They'll need a lot of collaboration and communication. With the Zoho projects, you get a one-stop shop whereby collaboration, communication, better storage, all done in that forum. Thirdly, it also ensures allocation of tasks properly and utilization. Probably engineer X is free for this project, can be allocated on this task. Engineer Y is been overworked on this project, probably you reduce or not give it to him. Also, it increases productivity and efficiency because from that platform, you're all able to interact, connect, and engage. Finally, it also helps in achieving goals of mostly the business goals and objectives, and mostly usually key thing for projects is usually to ensure project is within budget and also cost cutting. And with Zoho projects, you're able to know, are we on the red side? Are we on the green side? Are we delivering in time? Are we flowing? Are we going? Also, probably I just want to introduce the key benefits of using Zoho projects. First, there's accurate timing and billing. In terms of track and billing, you're able to accurately determine how your project is moving. Secondly, reports. For projects, reports and analytics, you're able to get a lot of insights into what is happening on your projects, what is the data saying. And for projects, mostly the key things surely having the data and reports of what is happening and what's the progress, what's the status, and that gives you a whole complete setup for that. It's also able to, also the good thing with Zoho project also, it also benefits in terms of able to customize and fit specific project needs. If it's a project that if it is fixed in construction, you can still move it up to get into either if it's manufacturing. You can you're able to twist and be able to suit whatever needs you. If it's, let's say, you're doing production of books, and probably also you want to feature again, maybe in distribution of fruits. So a project is something that is amendable and can be customized depending on what you want, what you want to deliver and what you want to do. And also, apart from even, there's also task management and automation proof part of it. Also, you're able to do good planning. Let's say it's a project that is supposed to take place from around, we are now in May, April, let's say from mid-May. With Zoho projects, we're able to do enough planning, let's say even a month in advance. With the platform, you can start allocating tasks, start distribution of tasks, and be able to sit with the team, and it just gives you that visibility. Even Gantt charts, task A will take 3 months, task B will take a few months, and along the way you're able to amend and readjust and redesign. I think from there, Antoinette can take over, please. Antoinette.
Good morning. I hope you can hear me. Okay, so today I'll be taking you through Zoho projects, Zoho sprints, Zoho shifts, and Zoho work drive. As Tim has already mentioned, he has mostly spoken about Zoho projects. So I'll start again with Zoho projects just to give an overview of what Zoho projects is about. So I hope you can see my screen. Zoho project is all about creating a central place for your team to collaborate. Instead of scattering emails and endless meetings, your team can communicate directly within tasks. You can tag colleagues, leave comments, and see every update in one place. It's built for clarity and teamwork. That's one of the strongholds for Zoho projects. For productivity, when it comes to getting work done, Zoho project shines with its structure. You can break down tasks, assign owners, set deadlines, and track progress visually through Gantt charts, as Tim has mentioned. It also tracks time spent on tasks, which is great for billing when it comes to reconciling with finance, and also time management. For efficiency, Zoho projects also helps a lot when it comes to efficiency, especially for the operations team. It helps spot delays early with real-time tracking. You can use templates to save time on recurring projects, and also customize reports to understand how your team is performing. Plus, it integrates smoothly with other Zoho apps. So for features, it helps for planning, tracking, and collaborating on projects. Also helps with task management, reporting, time tracking, and Gantt charts. For collaboration with team, you can easily stay aligned with your goals through feeds and reporting. There's also advanced reporting tools to monitor project performance and timelines. How Zoho projects improves operations. It helps us manage projects more efficiently with detailed task breakdowns. It helps to gain insights into project timelines, budget tracking, and resource management. It also assists when it comes to collaborating seamlessly with your team to improve workflow and communication. So I'll just take you through Zoho projects and how we can use it in our day-to-day for operations. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, there's an overview of everything that's going on inside the project client report, the project groups, there's the project status report that tells you which projects are active, how many projects are closed, how many are ongoing, in progress. Also, there's the project ownership report to show the owners of a specific project. Those are the leads. And also the project timeline summary. As you can see, you can see the starting, the running, and the finishing. You get to see the timelines for your project, and also the project budget health. This one is useful for finance, for the finance team. So let's dive into the project. This is how it looks when you've created your projects on Zoho Projects. You get to see this is the percentage in which percentage of completion. Like this one is at the automobile spare manufacturing at 8%. It gets it gets to assign an owner, project status. You can choose to put an active project. If it's in progress, you change the status to in project. Should there be a delay, you can also change the status to delayed, in testing, approved, canceling, and so on. Then here it gets to show if you have a list of tasks, there's milestones, issues, start date and end date. This is to help you keep your project on track. So let's get into the project. Inside the project, projects are grouped into milestones, and then from milestones, milestones are the major goals for each project. So from milestones, you break it down again into task lists. And inside the task lists, you again break it down into tasks. So these are the tasks for the project, for the automobile spare manufacturing project. Inside the tasks, let's open one task. So inside the task, you can assign owners. You can also put a status for the various tasks. Here are the options for each task. There's the start date, the end date, the due date, the duration of the task, the completion percentage. And also inside the tasks, you can also get to log in your hours. You can get to check your subtasks. And if the task has a dependency, and also your documents can be for each task. The document that's directly associated with that task can be inside the task, so that it's easier to find it when let's say you're working on a specific task. You don't need to go checking for the document elsewhere. You go to inside the specific task and you find the document you're working on or the document you're looking for related to that task. The status timeline is also provided inside the task. And if there are any issues arising during that specific task, you can always associate the issue here and then you submit it. Another feature for Zoho projects is reports. Inside the reports, you get to see various reports, whichever report you want. There's the workload report, there's the planned versus actual, which helps you to keep your projects in check when it comes to timelines. You get to see where there are bottlenecks, where the tasks delayed, where you finished your tasks before time, your project before time. This is where you get to see. This is where you get to see for this one. Since it's a demo account, we don't have any. Also, there's the task report. On the task report, you get to see how many tasks are open, how many tasks are in review, how many tasks are in production, and so on. Another report is the issue report. As I mentioned, the issue report is where you have any challenges you're facing during the project timeline. So that's where you put all your challenges and it will come to the issue report. And then there's the time log report. Here you get to see how many hours were logged in for each user and each task. So let's go to collaboration. This is how it looks like. Here you get to collaborate with your team in real time. You can do it according to you can group them according to specific projects. This one is for all projects, but you can choose a specific project here. Let's say a training project. And then you start a discussion where each person who is working on the training project will be able to see your feeds. They'll be able to get notifications, so collaboration is made easier. And also, when it comes to notifications, Zoho allows you to set your time zone according to where you are. So let's say you're collaborating with someone who's in a different time zone. Maybe the person is in France or the US. You get to get your notifications according to your time zone. So the chances of missing a notification is highly unlikely. So basically, that's what Zoho Projects is about. I'll dive into Zoho Sprints unless there's anyone who would like to give anyone who would like to give a comment on the same.
Before we just proceed to Zoho Sprints, maybe just want to highlight a few things here and there in regards to Zoho Projects. On the core features and functionalities, I know you mentioned much more on project planning and task management, team collaboration, and time tracking. Also want to mention issues about automation, whereby they can be automated emails in terms of alerts of important events of projects, where if it's closed or if it's a pending issue that needs to be addressed, there's that issue of that. Also, there's an issue of that you had mentioned earlier on, integration. With Zoho Projects, we can easily integrate with the other Zoho ecosystem. That is mostly Sprints. There is CRM, Desk, Zoho Flow. That is also key, that be part of the Zoho ecosystem. Also, document management, where there's a centralized storage of and sharing of data for the projects. I think another thing that I did probably missed out was on just lastly using of Zoho Zoho AI assistant is also part of the Zoho project that will also help you to access and be able to, if there's any query you can raise. Also, there's mobile access on Zoho projects, whereby you can access it on iOS or Android. I think lastly is information reporting. You can also customize dashboards depending on how you want them to look, and also analytic integration with Zoho integration. Yeah, I think you can proceed. Unless there's any other question from the team, you can proceed.
Okay, any questions? I think we'll proceed to Zoho Sprints. So Zoho Sprints is a miniature version of Zoho Projects. The focus on Zoho Sprints is on agile project management and team collaboration. As the word suggests, agile means to move quickly. And also sprints, when you're sprinting, you're moving fast. So Zoho Sprints is the miniature version. It does almost the same things Zoho Projects does, just for shorter project periods. Zoho Sprints is more convenient when you're working on a short-term project. Its features include sprint planning, scrum boards, backlog management, and velocity tracking. How Zoho Sprints enhances efficiency. Zoho Sprints optimizes your agile workflow by managing and prioritizing sprints efficiently. There's real-time updates to keep teams on track and make collaboration easier. Sprints also improve project outcomes with transparency and timely feedback. So I'll just dive into sprints to show you how sprints works. So this is how this is a basic look for Zoho Sprint. And what we have here, the module we have here is Sprint. So this one's marketing, payments, shopping cart, and Sprint. These are and user interface Sprint. These are all different sprints. So once you get into a sprint, jump into the items. The items is what's on the backlog. So the backlog is where you put a list of all the items that you need for a specific project. And then once you open a sprint, you take all the items you need. Items are like subtasks in Zoho project. So a sprint is like a task, and then the items are like subtasks. So now you take a list of items that are needed to complete a sprint and you put them all in one place. Like here we have done. As a user, I prefer to see how to video on using appliance, promote on social media, content for the emailers. These are all the items that are needed to complete the marketing sprint. And inside the sprint, as you can see, there's timesheets. You can get to see the number of hours the team worked on. There are no timesheets added here. You can also get to see if there are any meetings that were carried out, or you can also schedule a meeting inside Zoho Sprint. You can get to see the users for the specific sprint and the user groups. You can also create user groups for each sprint. And then now this sprint is complete. So this is how it looks when you go to the dashboard. You get to see the items types. You get to see the priority that was set for the items. And then you're also able to see the user engagement for open items, closed items. So every item is closed. And then logged hours. This again for reconciliation with finance. It makes it easier for finance to send to bill a client when we have logged in our hours on Zoho Sprints. So also on the dashboard, you can get to see the overdue sprints. So it gets to show you what has been delayed, and also the active sprints, what's currently going on, upcoming. If you have any that you have scheduled, it will be shown on here. And then there's completed, where you get to see what the team completed. And then if there is any sprint that was cancelled, it will be shown on this tab. And then according to the owners, you also get to see on the last tab. You can also customize according to how you want your tabs to look like on Sprint, and also according to how best you can be efficient and productive, according to also the project you're working on. So basically, Sprints is for short-term use, for short-term projects for a team. It helps to, when you want to move quickly, and also it helps you to move, how do I say it? You can engage. It also helps you to engage through comments and story points, and it brings clarity. So Sprints also helps you to iterate faster. You get regular feedback through reviews and retrospectives. Tools like Velocity and burn down charts also help your team to stay on track, and you can make adjustment during the sprint instead of after. For efficiency, Because it's designed for Agile, it's really flexible. You can respond to change quickly, and you can sync it with tools like bug trackers or code repositories. And this means less switching between systems and more time focused on delivery. That's it for Zoho Sprints. Tim, would you like to add anything on Zoho Sprints?
Just a few things. I think you've covered most of the things on sprints. In summary, sprint is a small version of project. It's a baby version of project. It's but with limited functionalities. I've to add a few things. The core features and functionality of sprints is mostly backlog management, whereby you're able to create and prioritize tasks and bugs. You can estimate points and planning poker, sprint planning, whereby you can define sprint goals, selecting backlog items, assigning tasks to team members, setting sprint duration. You'll be able to start. This will start this week and close on the other week. And also core feature is a Scrum board, whereby you're able to visualize the sprint workflow and able to customize depending on progress. Is it done? Is it halfway done? Is it to-do list? Is it upcoming? Yeah. Also, you're able to drag and drop functionality easy for task management, whereby you can drag it to this side, drop it to the other side. And also, you can monitor sprint progress at a glance, whereby you can just, with an overview of opening up sprints, able to see where this is. Is it at start stage? Is it at the mid-level stage? Is it at the end stage? Also, with sprints, one of the core features is meetings. You're able to schedule and align with your teams in terms of getting feedback, emphasizing on a key point that was not captured, areas of improvement. You can set up agendas. You can also automate reminders. And I think another core feature is timesheets. We're able to track, as I mentioned, on tracking of timesheets. You're able to get billable hours. It's for finance to invoice. Also on time zones, as she said, you can be in a different time zone and on a different time zone. You'll be able to plan with your team and get it on a good terms, whereby both teams can work on a project. And also it gives specific login times for a specific user for each team members. And yeah, also lastly, just collaboration for the team. It's part of available sprints. Back to you, Antoinette.
Okay, thank you, Tim. So next we'll dive into Zoho Shifts. So Zoho Shifts is for effortlessly managing employee schedules and shift planning. Its features include shift creation, shift assignments, and attendance tracking. Shifts enable seamless coordination for teams across different time zones. How Zoho Shifts optimizes operations. Zoho Shift has immensely reduced scheduling errors, and it has improved workforce management for us. It also boosts productivity by ensuring the right team members are in the right place at the right times. It also helps us to easily adjust shift schedules as business demands change. So managing shifts is often a pain point, but Zoho Shifts makes it easier. It gives both managers and employees a shared calendar. Employees can request changes and everyone gets notified automatically. It also creates a much smoother communication loop since everything is in one place. For productivity, it improves when scheduling is fast and clear. With drag and drop features and templates, managers can build schedules quickly. Employees can also see their shifts and plan their time without confusion. Zoho Shifts also helps in terms of efficiency in that it minimizes conflict and ensures you're never over or understaffed. It also helps in forecasting and managing staff across departments or location. It's efficient in scheduling without the hassle. So I'll dive into the Zoho Shifts account just to give you an overview. So this is how the Zoho Shifts dashboard looks like. Once an employee clocks into work, you come and you click here. Well, since you don't have a shift scheduled, we won't clock in, but this is where you clock in. Once you have a shift schedule, you come and clock in from here. And then from here, you can get to see your approvals, pending approvals, time off. If you need to swap with another employee in case of an emergency, Zoho Shifts allows you to do that seamlessly. And it's easy to do that since from the calendar, you can get to see which staff is working on a project at any given point. So it's easy to also get to know who you can swap with. There's also the offer and the drop and the open shift, which these are all approvals. Then on the dashboard, you can also see your upcoming shifts. So it helps you to plan accordingly. And then your time entries can also be seen from the dashboard. And then here you can also get to see so as a manager, when you come here, you get to see who's working at any given point. And then you can also see the people who are supposed to be working, but they have not yet reported to work. And also you can get to see according to the different schedules. Next, you get to see the employees that are on shifts. Here we have two. We have employee number 1, hello, and employee user 5. Their emails have also been put inside the shifts, and then the schedules, whatever they're supposed to be working on, the positions and status. So you can choose to invite, deactivate, edit, or delete. And when you're inviting a user, you also get to input the access level as a manager. So let's see. So here, just like that, you have invited the employee to join shifts. And then the schedules, you can get to see the team schedule. There's the schedule editor, my schedule, availability, and also requests from the different team members. From time off, you can get to request for a time off. You can also get to see the employees that have requested for time offs. For timesheets, just like Zoho People and Zoho Sprints, you can also do your timesheets on Zoho Shifts. So this also helps. Again, with finance, you get to see, when it comes to billing and payment, you get to pay according to the number of hours the employees worked. For reports, for each week, you can get to see reports for who was working, the number of shifts, the scheduled hours. There's also an option to print or export your reports for if in case you want to send them to a person who is not on shift, you can just export and then you'll send it. So here is where you get to communicate as a team when you're working on any shift, you can get to communicate via the messages. And just like the rest, Zoho Shifts also allows you to customize according to your needs. That's it for Zoho Shifts, Tim.
Just to add in a few things from what shared. I think probably we need to ask ourselves, shift, it's just from derived from the word, I'm going to shift, this is my shift. That's where Zoho Shift came in about. And I think the key benefits of having shifts in any organization, I think first, let's look at it this way. You have a company that has probably 1,000 staff. You cannot master them off at knowing staff X is at this plant, staff Y is at this plant. So with the Zoho Shift, you're able to get a calendar and be able to know, okay, from all my 1,000 people, I know maybe from 1 to 100 are at plant Y, 100 to 150 are at plant X. So that gives you just a clear visualization of how your team is operating. And from that, you're able to reduce errors in terms of double booking or understaffing. You're able to have that clear visualization of your staff. Also, it improves time management for managers, freeing up manual scheduling, whereby getting to an Excel form and try to key in staff names, job description, job site, salary. You get away with all that. Also, it helps you to manage your labor costs in terms of staffing levels and also managing overtime. We're able, from Zoho Shifts, you're able to schedule like guys check in at 8 a.m., go for break at 1 p.m., come back at 2 p.m. and check out at 5 p.m. From that, you're able to monitor and ensure compliance of labor laws and regarding working hours and breaks. Also, it also enhances connection between managers and employees. And the good thing with Zoho Shifts can be used for a company that with different locations. If, let's say you are based in Nairobi, but you have a plant in Eldoret, you have a plant in Kisumu, you have another plant in Dar es Salaam. All of them can be synchronized and operate at the same time and get people to get real-time data in terms of what's happening from their end. And even look at, and the good thing with Zoho Shift also, it's applicable to different various industries, from retail, restaurant, hospitality, healthcare, manufacturing, engineering. All sorts of it will always be suitable for all those occasions. And I think also another key feature is with Zoho Shifts is accurate time tracking, whereby you're able to verify employee presence at job sites. From Zoho Shifts, there's GPS tracking and geofencing. Let's say you have a site in Kitengela. It will be able to lock in that, geofence that region, whereby an employee can also use that site in Kitengela when he's in Westlands, or he's in a place like Naivasha. I think that lastly, there's just also seamless communication between different teams in Zoho Shifts, and also employees able to see their schedule in advance. Let's say you have a 3-month plan. With Zoho Shifts, your staff can be able to see, like, okay, the next 3 to 3 months, I'm assigned to plant Y. In the next May, I'll be at plant X. In June, I should be in plant Z. So it allows easy planning of your staff. And also for employee service, they can be able to see their terms and their skills anywhere. Also, they can also request time off from Zoho Shifts, whereby, let's say I have an event in May, I have a family event. From your shift, you're able to block as an employee, you're able to block and say, this weekend, I'll not be available. So it helps it also in better planning for managers and the team, and you're able to better collaboration. Also, that thing, also you're able to generate reports and analytics, whereby people to get logs, time employees logged in, employees logged off, and also get insight into labor costs, staffing levels, and you can also export this to whether your payroll, or you can export to your time sheets in terms of Excel and everything else. Also able to customize on workflows to meet specific business needs. in terms of levels, access, permission. You can also configure daily rate pay rates for different teams and different sites and different shifts. Yeah. Thank you. Antoinette, back to you. I think that's most I would add on that.
Okay, so thank you for that, Tim. The final one today we'll be presenting on will be Zoho Work Drive. So Zoho Work Drive is where your teams get to store their documents. It's a secure cloud storage for team collaboration and file sharing. Its features include file organization, document collaboration, and access control. There's also real-time editing and seamless sharing of files via Zoho Work Drive. How Zoho Work Drive enhances operations. It creates a centralized file storage for your team to collaborate effortlessly. It also allows for easy access to and also sharing and managing of documents from anywhere. And finally, it helps to maintain version control and track changes in real time. So for document collaboration, OneDrive is your shared workspace. Teams can edit together in real time, leave feedback on documents, and organize everything in shared folders based on teams or projects. For productivity, OneDrive supports productivity by making everything easy to find. Its search and mobile access make documents available anywhere. It prevents duplicate files and confusion with version control built in. For efficiency, when it comes to efficiency, OneDrive delivers secure, compliant storage that integrates with your daily workflow. You can connect files directly to Zoho projects or CRM, so everything is in one ecosystem. So what I like most about Zoho OneDrive is the convenience it affords you. Let's say you're working on a document here at work, and maybe you go home and you do not want to carry your laptop home. You can always go home to your home machine and you can just pick up from where you left. So it makes collaboration easy. So since you don't have to tell anyone to wait till you get back to the office when you can share a document or make any changes. So I'll go right into a demo to show you how OneDrive makes work easier for operations. So as you can see here, there's it's categorized into different. The documents can be categorized into unread files, recent files, favorite. You can also create labels for your files, files shared with you. Here you can collect files also, and then there is your folders can also be in one place and team folders. So let me give an example of how you can use OneDrive. Let's say, let's open here. So this is a sheet, it's a blank sheet, but let's say you've worked on this sheet and you'd like to share it with your team. So there's a share option up here where you just click share, and then you add the members through the emails, and then there's also access level for the people you want to share with. For different people, you can give different access level. Let's say it's maybe a client, you can give them a view-only access. You can give them a view-only access. If you'd like the input on the document, you can also allow them to comment. And for your teams, you can allow them to edit. You can allow your teams to also share. And then once you've input your email, the email address for the recipient and the access level, you can click share. You can also create an external link if you want to share it with someone who's not inside your organization. So that helps in terms of collaboration, since in real time, anyone can make changes to any document in real time. You can also access files that have been shared with you here, and according to different projects and also different access levels, you get to see the documents that have been shared with you. And according to the access level, let's say if you've been given access to edit, you can edit the document. If you only have access to comment, you can leave your comment there. So whoever has access to editing can always come and make the changes according to your suggestions. And here you can find your folders, the folders that you have uploaded for your own use. And also for your folders, you can also give different access levels to different people who you want to interact with your document. So that's all about Zoho Work Drive. Tim, you can pick it up from there.
Just to add a few things from what I has shared, Work Drive is just precisely simple as it sounds. It offers a central location for all your data and all your key information for your businesses and everything else. And the good thing also with Zoho Work Drive, it offers integration with the likes of CRM, project, and desk, able to link them up. Just a few key features for Zoho Work Drive. There's team folders whereby the centralized storage for and access for different departments for a project, whereby if let's say you have teams in different regions and there's a data you keep working on, it offers a central location whereby people from different regions can access and maybe get the data they need and look into it, share, communicate. Also, the good thing also with the other key features for Work Drive is advanced sharing controls, whereby you can password protect your data with external users. You can offer also link expiration, whereby you share a link for your Work Drive and you look it up to expire within a few days, a few weeks, depending on how you want to set it up. Also, it offers out of the key features is file management, whereby you can limit permissions. There's also, you can view history. You can there's file recovery in terms of any challenge. Also, collaboration in terms of teams, whereby I can work on this data from a team that is in Nairobi, so a team is in Western, and you can also all collect and collaborate. Other thing is just trying to see real-time document editing and commenting. There's a smooth sharing in terms of what you're working on, in terms between let's say it's VA against the client. You can share with outside organization without having an issue of privacy of the data. I think that's it. Nothing much from my end, Antoinette, unless there's anything else from the rest of the team. Eric, do you want to share anything as you wind up?
Thank you. Nothing really to add from my end, except that to thank you guys for a good delivery. I believe it's been informative for the attendees who showed up in large numbers. Thank you, everyone. And so if there are no other questions or pending issues, then we can formally bring the webinar to a close.
Just to wind up, I think, because in case you need any much more on this, our key leader for Mediacent is Eric. Can get in touch and can share much more info on more on Zoho. Not even with code today, project sprints and shifts and Work Drive. Much more on the Zoho ecosystem. Feel free, get in touch, and we'll be able to schedule a meeting and pitch up and showcase what else we have on our end. But thanks everyone. Thanks Antoinette for your input. Thanks Eric, and have a nice day. Thank you guys, and blessed weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for acknowledgements. Bye bye.
Thank you for joining.